And let's see if it works this time. Let's see if it works this time, guys. What's up, guys? Here, give me just a second. Are we back, guys? We back? Hold on. I don't know what happened there. That was weird. No, it's literally there was 9 people. I was like, there's no way the notifications went out for that. I think we might be good now. Are we good? Yeah, I think we are. That was really, really bizarre, guys. I went live and there was only like 9 people watching. I was like, this is not working correctly. So I had to go live again. What is up, guys? So we just blew through resistance. So let's back it out. It looks like we're working now. Cool. I went live and it didn't work. Notification didn't go out. But yeah, so we just got rejected off of 5,650 on Coinbase. And we got rejected off of 5,627 on Bitstamp. Hold on, guys, just one second. All right. I did delete the last stream because it was nothing. Anyway, so here we are, guys, blowing through resistance. So, guys, in the video that I released about the Golden Cross the other day, I was talking about the potential for a blow off top, which it seems like we're getting now. Then the last cycle, guys, we had a Golden Cross 50 cross above the 200-day, and we got a blow off top. And then sold off when we got the first Golden Cross, right? To end the cycle. And here, guys, we're also, getting the first Golden Cross and getting a bit of a blow off top. So it's still, guys, it still does resemble the last cycle as of now. Now, again, if we start breaking above 5,800, 6,000, then things definitely start to look different, because then we would be breaking the resistance of the last, the horizontal resistance from this entire area, which it would not be reminiscent of the last cycle at all, right? That would be much more bullish. So if we start breaking above, if we start breaking above 6,000, that bump and run theory is actually correct. But until then, I don't think so. Just looking at the 30-minute here. Decent volume for the breakout. We'll see if the bulls actually have follow through. Let's go to the 1 hour. So 22 minutes left on the 1 hour. So let's just mark up the resistance that we're at right now. So the resistance we just got rejected on is exactly this candle body close right here from November 18th. Or sorry, the open, candle body open. So that was like the beginning of the that like major psychological breakdown for Bitcoin. That's the resistance we just hit, guys, literally right there. This line right here. So we just got rejected off that, which, I mean, is pretty key. It's pretty key. Just going to pull up the 30-minute again. Let me go through chat real quick. So yeah, guys, just like the last cycle, we are getting, it's not guaranteed to be a blow off top, but this is very reminiscent of the last cycle right now. Pretty much the same deal going on right now. All right, fine. Okay, people did get notifications. Nice. Must close the Golden Cross today. Yeah, I mean, we're still, because it is lagging, right? It's a lagging indicator, so we'll still get it, I think, either way. But it is, oh yeah, let me just pull that up. There we go, guys. Golden Cross. It is upon us. Here we go. Let me go through chat real quick. But yes, guys, Golden Cross is upon us. Yeah, Craig, what's up, man? Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. Are we in the end game right now? What do you mean by end game? People talk about Crypto Crew. Yeah, that guy is probably screwed. What else? Bottom is in. I mean, it's likely that the bottom is in, but does that mean that we're going to be mooning from here? Probably not. I would say that we're, finding some pretty critical resistance here. I mean, just looking at it, backing out, it's pretty critical, guys. But we'll see. We'll see. We've had a nice decline in volume. See, here's the thing, guys. We're breaking out right now. Like, we're hitting higher prices, and still we're getting a bit of a decline in volume here, which is not the best. Not the best. But we'll see. We'll see, guys. We'll see how this daily candle plays out. But again, we are holding higher lows, getting higher lows here, guys, on this formation. So, of course, there's still room. It's starting now. If we get rejected right here, it's starting to look like a price channel more than it is an ascending triangle. But, it could still be an ascending triangle with two failed breakouts. But, it's still up for interpretation, guys, at this point. Oh, yeah, hold up. Let me, the chat's rolling. Hold on, guys. Chat is rolling. I can't keep up. I mean, guys, we can still sustain these prices for some period of time before we have any other, we could consolidate up here still, guys. The market doesn't have to pump or dump immediately. Yeah, a lot of people did not get the notification. A lot of people keep saying that. If it retests 54.90 and holds, I believe the breakout will be valid. 54.90. Ninja Fist. Yeah, I mean, this is that you're talking about. I mean, for what I have here, it's about 5,470. If you hold above 5,470, I mean, yes, that is extremely bullish, guys. I mean, that would be, but it's likely that we do pull back into this range, maybe retest this support here. This breakout right now, guys, this breakout doesn't seem to have all that much strength, but maybe I'm speaking too soon. It's very reminiscent of this one right here, right? I mean, look at the volume, guys, on all exchanges. Let's just back out to 4 hour. Just like this area here, not much volume on this breakout right now. But of course, yeah, we did pull back, but that, we made a higher low and continued up. So even if we pull back here, it doesn't, we could be making a higher low and continuing up, right? So you just think of it that way. No, the market doesn't have to just dump or pump like everyone keeps thinking. Who knows how long we'll be up here. I mean, I do think a pullback is definitely more likely in this stage right now. But let's see what chat's saying. What's up with the alts? Yeah, we're getting a lot of sell-offs for the alts, right? I mean, guys, people are just moving into Bitcoin. I mean, if Bitcoin's moving up, why hold on to alts that aren't moving up? If you can just move into Bitcoin, it's pretty easy. How many times? Yeah, guys, the Golden Cross. I would also have to pull up the BLX if that even has the data. But yeah, I mean, guys, it's just the last cycle was much more mature than the 2011 cycle is really hard to. It's hard to compare. It was a very immature market, guys. The market was a lot more mature in 2014, 2015 than it was in 2011. So I just look at this cycle right here, right? And in the first time we get the Golden Cross in this cycle, we do sell off the first time. Now in 20 here, actually, let me just pull this up. Here's the thing though. The rounding action, the bottoming, like the rounding action of the 50 simple is more comparable to the rounding action of this 50 simple as well. And in 2011, that resulted in an immediate bull run right? In 2014, 2015, the 50 simple had a little bit more of a bottoming action. You could see the 50 simple actually like bottoming out, right? Over here, you just got rounded off. You know, as you get the golden cross, though, you still sell off, right, in all the cycles. So keep that in mind, guys. Even in 2011, like you start selling off just beforehand, but in the same time period as you get the golden cross, you sell off. Same thing over here, get the golden cross, you sell off. Right here, you know, we're moving up. We're getting the golden cross now. This is the BLX, so I don't think the data is updated as fast, but you know, you're getting the golden cross now. Price is up. And just like I was talking about in my video, guys, I mean, you know, when you get the death cross, the price is low and you pump. You get the golden cross, the price is, you know, high in the trading range, and you dump. And then death cross, the price is lower in the trading range, and you pump. And you get the golden cross, the price is higher in the trading range, and most likely a dump. Most likely, guys. Most likely. Now, again, this is the BLX, so it only goes by the daily candles, and it has not updated this daily candle, which would be, of course, somewhere up here. Retesting this cluster to the left. Right? But let's see here, guys. Are we selling off more? Yeah, we're getting a little bit more of a pullback. What's up, guys? Let me go through chat. I hope that all makes sense. Let me go through chat real quick. What's up with the alts? Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin's going up, guys. Guys, when Bitcoin goes up, alts go down. Why? Because you can make money. You know, why hold on to some sort of questionable blockchain, questionable S coin, shit coin, when you could just go into Bitcoin? Hold up. I would wait for altcoins to pump before shorting, says Craig. Let me just go through chat. Lucky TV says people are going to be in profit, so there is going to be a big time sell off. I mean, you know, I mean, yeah. If you think, yeah, a lot of people are sitting on profits right now. That is true. So, I mean, that's a true statement, though. You know, we've been kind of up. You know, we've been kind of going up the whole time, though, right? We've been creating higher lows, higher highs. You know, people are profiting the whole time. It's really going to take some sort of sharp move to the downside to really shake up the market right now. The bulls are definitely in control, guys. The bulls are definitely in control right now, for sure. Still in control. It's going to have to take some pretty nasty price action to get the market to sort of capitulate a little bit, because right now it's still looking strong, even though, you know, this 12-hour candle right now, you know, we're 50% down on the candle. It's still, overall, guys, this is strong. This is a strong trend. Still have these higher lows going for us. So I'm not going to say that, you know, anything's over yet. This thing can definitely continue up. But yeah. People, a lot, guys. A lot of you guys are saying that you hope this happens or you hope that happens. You don't want to hope for things and trade based on your hopes, guys. Right? Don't make it. You can hope all you want. Don't make a decision based on your hopes. It's not good, guys. That's not how, you know. You guys, you don't see professional traders out there saying, "Well, I'm going to do this because I hope the market's going to do that." No. You got to rethink a little bit there. Let me just go through chat. Yeah, guys, but yeah, a lot of people are talking about shorting, which, yes, is that the right idea? Yeah, it is. It is the right idea because we're moving up so much. But guys, this is something, you know, when you have moves like this, when you have a breakout this fast and you get a lot of emotion, a lot of retail comes in, bullish speculators step in, they start driving the price up, and you know, when the price is sitting here like this, you know, traders will come in and say, yeah, this is definitely the time to short. Look, we just ran up so much, definitely time to short, and they go in with short positions here, and then the retail bullish speculators are still around. They're still FOMOing. They're still emotional right? And they're still buying in no matter what. It's just constant buying. So the people who are shorting here are now covering on the way up. And then they're, people are trying to short again. They're trying to short again. The retail bullish speculators are stepping in again. The retail bullish speculators stepping in again. They try to short. Bullish speculators step in again. And then the shorts have to cover. And then the shorts just cover straight through the breakout, right? And it's just this combination of FOMOing and short covering that keeps the price moving up. So if you guys right now say, hey, I'm going to short this, well, you're going to be stepping in just like these people trying to short, just like these people trying to short, these people trying to short, these people trying to short, right? And you might just be the next set of people to have to get forced to cover, right? So that's something to keep in mind. Now, again, guys, we are breaking out, we're getting that second breakout now. So the more likely direction is to the downside, but we still have higher lows, right? So just be careful, guys. Just be very careful with whatever you do. I mean, again, I do think the last cycle is going to play out. I mean, we're going to be playing out similar to the last cycle where we get a dump off the golden cross. We get a dump on the macro signal, right? Because a golden cross is a macro trend signal, guys. It's not a micro trend signal. It's a macro trend signal. So keep that in mind. What the hell? I hope that all makes sense, guys. Let me go through chat. Still haven't gotten through chat. So very, very interesting price action right now. You guys, if you haven't already, smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so. Fandeo says, you the man. Well, you the man for being here. Thank you so much for being here. Charlie Lee said 3 years more before. Charlie Lee said 3 years more of the bear. I gotta verify that. I gotta verify that. Andrea says, dude, I went 50x on BitMEX just now and made 150 in profit in 3 minutes. Holy shit. Well, there you go. Nice. Guys, be careful on BitMEX. It's just a gambling house. BitMEX is literally a gambling house. It's not even really it's not like a real Bitcoin exchange. It's like a gambling house. What else do we got here? Charles says the crypto markets are disgusting. They're pretty beautiful right now. What do you mean? Guys, the crypto markets are amazing. Look at how this opportunity has been unbelievable. Look at this. Going from, mid 6,000s, going straight down to, 30, we're on, oh, here we go. Going straight down to 3,100, 3,200. And then coming right back up to where we started, right here in this cluster. I mean, the opportunity is amazing, guys. Right? Like, if you were the perfect trader and you played it perfectly down and perfectly up, I mean, that's unbelievable. And, and the two major trades to have been made in this area is really like this swing and this swing, right? All this in between is just nonsense. This is the swing and that's the swing. Like, as a trader, these are the swings you're really looking for. Everything else is kind of just whatever. Unless you're going 50x like Andreas. Let's see, what else do we got in the chat? So, some people did get the notification. Some people said they didn't get the notification. Some did. What about July, August 2015 area? There was a cross. July, August 2015 area. Yeah. Wait. Oh, you're talking about. Yeah, guys, this is the golden cross that we've been talking about in my last video, and what I've been talking about in this stream. That's what I've been talking about, guys. Curious to see if the bulls have any follow through here. What else do we got? Maybe McAfee is right, $1 million next year. Yeah, I don't know about that. Jurika says shorts and longs are even. Hold up, guys. Let's see what else. Hold on. XRP Andy, what's up, dude? Michael Barker, what's going on, guys? Dream Surfer. I need to change the way that I look at chat. It's very difficult. Morning from Sweden. What is up, guys? Guys, let me know where you're tuning in from as well. Let me know where you're tuning in from as well. As we watch Bitcoin here, let's just bring it to the 1 hour. 5 minutes left on the 1 hour chart, or 1 hour candle. Well, you know, some people in here are saying is that the market does not resemble the 2015 accumulation period. Well, it really does. It really does. I mean, like what other similarities do you need? You know, I guess let's just start off. You know, you can start off on the weekly, and you know, just hitting the 200 simple, getting in and getting rejected off of the 50 simple. You know, just like right here, you hit the 200, you bounce up. You get that second rally, you hit the 50, you know, we're on it now, right? And then you sell off to the 200, and then you rally above the 50, right? You end up actually crossing the 50. I mean, guys, from a moving average perspective, I mean, it's the same. It's like exactly the same. Now, if we just break out of here, you know, then things are just different, right? But right now, the parameters are pretty much the same. The price action, the actual percentage moves are obviously different, but from a moving average perspective, it's quite the same, right? It's quite the same. The weekly, the 200, touching off the 200, touching off the 50. We'll see if we get that next pullback before a break, before actually starting a bull run, but it's quite similar. And also, if you break it down to the 1 day, you know, getting a golden cross during your second rally to the upside, getting a golden cross during, you know, of course, this is a much higher of a breakout, but I don't know. It's pretty similar. Now, again, guys, you know, the 50 simple in the last cycle had some bottoming action, right? And here we just kind of rounded off, right? So this, you know, you could say that this is a more bullish bottoming action here, right? So you could see, you know, it doesn't have to be the same, guys. I'm not saying it has to be the same that we have to sell off. There are differences and similarities, but you know, we'll see. Again, guys, just remember like what we've done, right? We've come from, you know, 6,400 mid 6,000s to 3,200, 3,100. Back up to 5,600. You know, I mean, you have some good oscillation here. You know, it would just make sense to, you know, a pullback would make sense, you know. That's all I'm saying. Pullback would make sense. Off of, you know, the golden cross, a macro bull signal, happens every time for Bitcoin. So guys, so far in Bitcoin's history, every single time you get the golden cross, the price is either sells off directly after or has already begun selling off, right? So we'll see. We'll see if we repeat that pattern or not. It's just the way it is. And now for me, guys, right now, I mean, let's just go to Bitstamp. So 2 minutes left on the 1 hour candle there, but let's just break it back to 1 day. I forget what I was going to say now, but now I forget what I was going to say. Yeah, guys, getting above the 5,800 level right now, right here. Okay, so this is actually interesting. Let me see. So right now, we actually just for the first time, I just noticed this on the weekly here. You see that we just had a first test to see if we could get above the 50 simple on the weekly, which I just noticed that, which is actually very significant for me, at least in the way that I'm looking at this. So right now, we're actually getting rejected off of the 50 simple moving average on the weekly chart, which is actually very, very significant. And I really just noticed that. So we'll see, guys. If we actually start breaking above the 50 simple on the weekly, if we actually start breaking above this and holding above it and getting higher lows, then that is extremely bullish in my opinion, right? But right now, it seems like this wick is, you know, we're getting just, you know, if you guys see this line right here, we're just testing it now, right? Got our first wick above it. So we'll see, you know, maybe that was peak resistance. But again, if we break above the 50 simple, so this is what I'm talking about, guys, the 50 simple right here. If we get above that, on the weekly, let's go to the weekly. Right, if we get above the 50 simple right here, then we would be basically, you know, skipping a dump. In terms of what people are expecting and looking at the previous cycles, right? It's not, you know what I mean? But if we break above it, then we would be, you know, becoming much more bullish much faster. Yeah, the volume right now, guys, doesn't really impress me very much. But again, you know, emotions can still run high, so we'll see. Dream Surfer's quoting me. What does it take for everyone to say that the bottom is in? I think the consensus across the board, guys, for the, like, people just saying, well, bottom's in, that's it. I think the consensus across the board would be holding above 5,800, 6,000. Just this, guys, this resistance right here. This resistance line right here. Getting above that and holding above that and finding lows above that is, you know, the consensus. I don't even think anyone can really disagree. I mean, you could disagree, but I think from every person I've listened to, it's just like, you know, get above 5,800, get above 6,000, get above 6,300, 6,400, and just make higher lows. Bottom's in, right? Until then, you know, anything's possible, right? Until then, you know, we have this whole range we could be trading in, guys. Just keep that in mind. We're stuck in between. We're stuck in between this parabolic low and this parabolic top, guys. In the 2017 bull market, this parabolic top, this parabolic low, right? Keep that in mind. Parabolic top, parabolic low, a nice area of support. And if you look at you know, 5,700, 5,800, these lows here, right? I mean, look at that, guys. We're just stuck in between these two ranges, getting to the upper resistance right now. Right? Really, really interesting, right? Just looking at it like this gives you a better idea of what's going on. And it's just very critical, historical resistance turned into support. Coming in for our potential bottom here for Bitcoin. And then, of course, that consolidation range, 6,000, 5,800. That is now previous support, now acting as resistance. Or, I mean, is expected to be resistance, which, you know, we've already found some resistance at this cluster. But, yeah, guys. This is it. I mean, look at it. This is our trading range. So theoretically, you still have room to move down, right? You still have room. I mean, room to bounce in this range. That's all I'm saying. But again, you know, if you look at the 50 simple and the weekly, I mean, these two things would be extremely bullish. Is if you break above the 50 simple and you start building on that previous resistance, you know, hopefully support line, right? That, I mean, building on that, that's like, you know, for me, that would be like, yeah, bull markets, I mean, bear market's over, right? Most likely. It's just extremely, I think it's going to be extremely difficult to break above this area and just like hold above it. I don't know. It just doesn't seem likely to me. I mean, getting another retest of our support, you know, maybe retesting the 200 simple as some people are anticipating, as the 50 simple moving average possibly squeezes in. And, you know, getting a retest of support before, you know, breaking out above the 50 simple. Right, something like this. This is essentially what I'm expecting, guys. Something like this. Now, again, you know, we don't have to pull back. You know, I personally think that my personal expectation, which is not something you should like trade based on, right? I'm just a guy on YouTube. I'm not a financial advisor, guys. But, you know, just below 4,000 is my current target for the low for Bitcoin. The next low, the next major low would be just below 4,000. It could be anywhere from, you know, 3,700 to 4,200 though. Coinbase has always let you buy reoccurring payments. I mean buys. That's always been a thing. KB says, "How do you feel about Chainlink fundamentals these days?" That's a good question. I haven't really been keeping up with that many altcoins. Although many of my older viewers who have been around for the past year or so might know that I've had a deep interest in Chainlink since literally it got pretty much since the beginning, and it's done quite well. But you know, I got to look into them. I haven't kept up with it recently. We'll just go through chat. Yeah, why are you guys being mean in the chat? Why are people being mean in the chat? Just get away from my get away from my art piece and my drawing. Just bring it to the 30-minute here, guys. 30-minute. We'll see if we can find potential continued push. If we can find that low there. Oh, let's see. Going through chat. Yeah, guys, nobody let me know where they were tuning in from. Let me know where. Oh, we have 2 donations. Major Vlog coming in with a 2 saying to the moon. Major Vlog, thank you, dude. Jameson coming in with the 2 says load up on alts. Now is the time. Says Jameson. Guys, I appreciate the donations. I don't know if it's time to load up on alts necessarily, but I appreciate the donation. Vic Ront is quoting me saying, "I could be wrong. I could be wrong." Yeah, guys, I have to say I could be wrong, because if I don't say I could be wrong, then people are going to think that I'm saying that I'm like saying this must happen, and then they're going to make trades based on what I say, and then people are going to complain. Guys, I have to make a disclaimer saying that it's not going to happen. Like, people actually, when you're in front of a camera, guys, on YouTube, right, and you have viewers, you actually have influence on people. And it's I have to make certain disclaimers, guys, so that people don't just start screwing around. You have to recognize influence that you have. Kyle Hoffman, what's up, dude? FOMO can be powerful. I mean, yeah, this has been going, again, guys, this has been going on the whole time. Right? It's that FOMO short cover combination. It keeps the price perpetually moving up. Rohit says, if you're expecting a pullback where? Well, I just explained it, right? I just explained it. That would Crypto Cali, what's up, dude? That would be healthy. You know, guys, these breakouts, right? Like, we're breaking resistance here and coming back up and breaking resistance, but it's not off of that much volume, right? So it's not really all that convincing to me. It's really nice price action, don't get me wrong, delightful price action, but it's not really convincing me that this is like going to be like a continued run above 6K and further. I think a pullback is definitely more likely, but we'll see, guys. We will see. I hate when the chat just skips. Hold on, guys. Crypto Curry coming in with how the donations? I don't think so. Hold on, guys. Just go through chat. Just got to get through chat. The 30 minutes still pushing. Tuning in from the moon. Caprithio, what's up, dude? Pull back and then 6K, or do you think we shall? I mean, I don't know. I don't. It's tough to say, guys. I mean, we're pretty damn close to 6K now. Pretty damn close now. Yeah, let's see what else is going on here. So Litecoin is seeing a little bit of a push up, right? But I mean, Litecoin has already been the most bullish of them all. So the fact that it's still holding this support is pretty good. But, you know, I mean, I plotted this a while ago. I plotted this line a while ago. So this, if we break below this, that's going to be, you know, the break of the trend, right? This has been the trend line. If you break below that, you're basically breaking your trend. So this is very critical support for Litecoin, guys, right here. Very critical support for Litecoin. Ethereum, let's see, Ethereum just being super lazy with the price action as always. Man, Ethereum has been so boring. So boring. Just holding below that resistance and just barely breaking out. I mean, look at this. Let's go back to the daily. You have your golden cross there, but just barely breaking out, right? Ethereum was in this trading range, and we pop out a little bit. We're like just barely bouncing off of. I mean, yeah, we are getting support off of the previous highs, but man, Ethereum has been really boring. But it's been great to short because it's been so not active. I mean, in terms of, you know, being bullish like every other coin, but Litecoin at critical support right now. If Litecoin breaks it below this upsloping support line, again, guys, that would be the break of the trend for Litecoin. Right, and then I guess you could draw a more just from a support. Let me remove this. Just from a support perspective, guys, like a trend perspective. If you break below the support you're at now, then you would probably find yourself around $60 or so, right? Or this upward sloping trend line right here, right, for Litecoin. But you know, you're currently holding support still, which is pretty good. But it's going to be interesting to see if Bitcoin continues or not. No one addresses your emotions? What do you mean? What do I say about Tyler Jenks' 1K prediction? It's very unlikely. That's all I gotta say. It's very unlikely. Guys, I don't what was I gonna say? I don't you know, hyperwaves probably do exist. And I'm sure, you know, there's hundreds of examples of hyperwaves, guys, that Tyler Jenks can show you, and they all share very similar characteristics, and they all have very similar outcomes. But it doesn't mean that just because Bitcoin's run-up had certain characteristics of a hyperwave does not mean that it is a hyperwave, right? Bitcoin is very different than any asset in human history. So there's definitely some different variables there for Bitcoin and hyperwave. Now, if it did play out, if the hyperwave did play out like fully, then that would just show, that would be groundbreaking, right? It would show that human emotion plays out in a very specific way for many different circumstances, and that would be a huge groundbreaking discovery. I just don't think that Bitcoin. I don't know, guys. I don't think that Bitcoin is really going to follow the hyperwave in the same way that other commodities have in the past and other stocks or whatever. But yeah, I hope you guys know what I mean. Yeah, guys, there's a lot of bearish divergence right now. There's a lot of overextended, indicators are overextended. But again, guys, the indicators have been overextended the whole time, right? But you have the combination of people trying to short and FOMOing, right? And FOMOing, people trying to short, more FOMO, and then the shorts got to cover, right? This happens. This is how it plays out. So even though, bearish divergence, traders who trade based off of specific indicators might take a trade and they'll just get squeezed out. Like, guys, Bitcoin is so good. It's so good at defying expectations. It is so good at doing that. It's like, it's Bitcoin. If you plan to fail, I plan to Kurbanachi. Let's see what else. Going through chat real quick. Some people say they think we're going back to 3K. We'll see. I think 3,700 to 4,200 would be a really good support area for Bitcoin. Let's just show it. Let's just back it out. I drew this earlier. This is essentially what I would like to see here, guys. Retesting 3,700, 4,200. This area right here. Actually, let's just remove that. Now, again, this is just what I would like to see. Now, that's just, my opinion. And, it's not something that you should really trade based on, right? But this is what I think, this is what I would like to see. This is what I think is most healthy for the market. And this is what I think is most likely, again, because we really haven't been having, every time we push to higher prices, it's really, the volume's not impressing me at all. So to me, this just seems like sort of aftermath, just emotions running high. Like, it just doesn't seem, it's definitely real demand. But it's not that, guys, you have to remember where we are. It's a low liquidity area. Every time the price moves through this area, it just kind of moves through. We spend no time here. We spend no time here. It doesn't surprise me at all that the price is kind of just floating to the upside in this area where we never spend any time. It doesn't surprise me at all. And I don't see that much volume on each of these breakouts. So what I'm saying is that, downside, eventually, we could keep running. I'm not saying it's going to happen right now, but it's much more, it's more likely. I think it's much more likely that we get a pullback than a break above 6,000, hold above 6,000. It's far more likely to get a pullback, in my opinion. But we'll see. Again, also just keep in mind this perspective. Just remembering, or where was it? Was it this one? Yeah, just remembering that we're at that critical resistance support, now resistance, right? Let's get rid of this. Right, and we're at the 50 simple moving average, which is quite important in my opinion. If we get above that, that's extremely bullish. There could always be a fake out. It doesn't mean that we get above it, we're going to stay there. But if we get higher lows above the 50 simple, that's a very bullish sign. But just remember, guys, very critical support, very critical resistance. Just like over here, right? We had two touches to the downside. Maybe we pull back and we test up again, and it's like a nice fake out, and then we test down. Who knows, guys? Like, a lot of people, like, when I read the chat, it just seems like everyone's expecting everything to happen at once, and it's like, yeah, guys, we're moving higher, but it's not that crazy, not that much volume. Like, we're still kind of relatively, don't get me wrong, guys, extremely bullish, but. How many people in this chat bought a 5,900 GD says? Too much resistance, 6,000. Yeah, I agree, too much resistance. Lucas J says, that's why I think it won't go to 1K. People would buy if it drops back under 4,000. Yeah, guys, yeah, exactly. Below 4,000 would be a really good psychological buy area, in my opinion, just for the market. If the price can get to that position, I think it would create some really good support. You know, I just think that if we break out here, if we get above, this is the wrong one. If we get above resistance here and above our 50 SMA on the weekly, then, you know, it's going to be hard to sustain that, right? It's going to be very hard to just sustain those prices, and the pullback would end up probably being much more severe. Versus if we pull back sooner, we could probably get a little bit more of a modest pullback just to that previous, you know, just to the previous resistance, this area right here. That's basically my target, guys, 3,700 to 4,200 for a potential long when Bitcoin pulls, or if Bitcoin pulls back. I mean, buying right here, guys, at 50, you know, buying right here, very high risk area to be longing the market, guys. But I'm not a financial advisor. Someone says BCH is mooning. Let's check it out. Bitcoin Cash mooning, someone says. Is that true? Not really. It's not mooning, guys. This is not mooning. This is not what mooning looks like, guys. I mean, overall, sure. Yeah, go back to the 12-hour daily. Yeah, mooning. Yeah, oh yeah, we're mooning. But, I mean, right here is just a little bit of a bounce back, guys. But this is super, guys, again, just going to reiterate myself, very critical. Very, very critical. Like, it's just the amount of resistance we're at right here, like, I feel like it should be overwhelming, but it's not, which is interesting, right? It's quite interesting. But again, you know, we've had this combination of, you know, FOMO short covering going on. So we've had, you know, we've only had higher lows the whole way up, guys. We've only had higher lows the whole way up. So it's been very difficult to get the market to sell or to be scared. It's been very difficult to get that to happen, right? Because we're just going up. We're just getting higher lows, right? Anything bearish you might say is just met with another higher low, right? So people don't want to sell. We're still going up, and they think there's too much upside potential, which, yeah, maybe there is. But, you know, we're just getting higher lows. In order to really get the market to, you know, start selling or capitulating, you know, you would have to break below, you know, maybe your support right here. This is when you would start seeing major downside. But of course, you can always just back test that support and bounce, right, and just continue up. But just keep that in mind, guys. Market's been in a dump. Wait, let's see. Let's go through chat. Does somebody need to be banned? What is going on here, guys? Don't spam weird stuff. Don't spam weird stuff, guys. Come on. When will Dentacoin be in the top 10? I'm gonna go ahead and just say never. Over the very long run, do you see us forming a giant cup and handle blasting off? Do I see a giant cup and handle blasting off? What, cup and then handle? Blast off? I mean, it's possible, guys. It's absolutely possible, but I don't know. I don't know. Like your most bullish case right now would be, you know, a major basically, guys, in order to be like super bullish, like mega bullish, you would have to like break above this high here. To get this thing to be extremely bullish, it would be a break up to like 6,400, back test this resistance as new support, and then, hold these, sustain that. This is like your extremely bullish scenario. Yeah, ADA has been performing pretty well, yes. Might take a week for the crash, says Craig. Caprithio says BTC better go down. Guys, again, another piece of wisdom is that, the market is not the problem. You are the problem, right? The market is always doing what it's supposed to the market is always doing what it's supposed to do. The problem is you getting in the market. You're the problem. The market's fine. Right? So that's a good perspective to come from when you're trying to make a trade, because if you say I want this to happen, the market should do this better happen, that's not a good mentality to trade off of, right? Again, the market's not the problem, you're the problem. Getting rejected right off of the 50 simple for anyone tuning in. Getting rejected right off of the 50 simple on the weekly, and our top resistance, 5,600, just below our low at 5,800. It's a really interesting point for the market to be in right now. But again, this is like, there's just so much resistance right here. But we'll see. It's very likely that we get rejected off the 50 simple, guys. Sportline LTC long curve. Yeah, Litecoin is slightly parabolic, that's for sure. Somebody says Ripple dumping hard. Is that true? Is Ripple dumping hard? Did XRP bounce, guys? With Bitcoin or no? Wow. Oh man. I feel bad for XRP holders. They're just missing the action. I would rather hold XRP than Tether, to be honest. Let's see. Go to the 4 hour. XRP is not dumping at all. What do you mean? It's fine. XRP is literally doing fine. Like it's doing extremely fine. It's just chilling. But we are coming to an apex now here on the 4 hour, 12 hour, however you want to see it, daily, whatever. We are coming to an apex right now, guys. Right? Those lows coming in, highs, right? Coming to a point where the market will make a decision. And of course, the direction that XRP takes off of this apex will, of course, be most likely determined by Bitcoin and where Bitcoin decides to go. If Bitcoin decides to dump from here, then XRP will most likely dump from here, and vice versa. But XRP has always been kind of its own beast, in a way. So, it's hard for me to make a call here for XRP, but we are coming to that apex again, and most likely it's just going to be determined by Bitcoin's price action, as always. Oh yeah, guys, I don't even know what my thumbnail is right now. Like my old thumbnail was the bear market is here, which I still think we're in a bear market, guys. Overall, just looking, we haven't from a macro perspective, guys, we have not really made higher highs. We've made these higher highs from this area, but overall, macro, we're still making lower highs, right? We still have this, curvature. The resistance is like curving, right? You see that? So we are still below this previous high right here. We're still below it. So overall, it's not really a bull market. But what I was saying is, I didn't want to have a thumbnail that was red and said bear market is here while Bitcoin was pumping. It didn't make sense. So I just literally took a random picture of Bitcoin looking gangster with some gold rings and gold chain because it fits. Bitcoin is mooning, right? Yeah, Ethereum has been very, very. I don't know. I think there's been a lot of indecision. There's been a lot of indecision on Ethereum, most likely, guys. But it is, overall, of course, it is pretty nice. The price action overall is pretty nice. I mean, you could look at it. I'm just drawing this now for the first time. Rising wedge, possibly, which would kind of go along with the idea of Bitcoin pulling back after the golden cross, and then Ethereum finding some sort of low as well before potentially becoming bullish or entering a bull market of some kind, right? But I mean, you can't. I don't know. This pattern's probably not correct because you're not lining up. It's probably just an ascending triangle breakout, not a rising wedge. This wick is too small for this to be a rising wedge, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure I'll hear about it in the chat. Anthony says, what, WTF BTC pumping again? Guys, it's been pumping, man. It has been pumping. Guys, Bitcoin has just been going up, right? Higher lows, higher highs the whole time. It's just going up. Once Craig Neve says once ETH has to moon, it's time to short everything. I mean, yeah, or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe the opposite. Who knows? Disney dipping feet. Sir Charles, what somebody says Disney dipping feet both into the cryptosphere. Yes, I did see that, guys. I did see that that article that Disney was acquiring Nexos, who is the parent company of Bitstamp. So Disney might have control of Bitstamp soon, guys. Yay. That's kind of horrifying, actually, guys. That's quite horrifying. I don't think I like that, actually. Bears in denial. Guys, when we first pumped out of here, I was calling it from the start. I was saying, guys, FOMO short cover, and that's all we've seen. FOMO short cover. The reason I was anticipating that was because of my experience with penny stocks and having seen that, right? When you get a nice breakout, you have traders that step in that think they're smart. And they think, oh, I'm just going to short it here. I've made mistakes like this too myself. Oh yeah, I'm going to short it here. We just had a pump. Yeah, I'm going to short it now. And then you short it here, and then the people just FOMO, and they just squeeze you out until you get a squeeze and break resistance, right? The shorts are squeezing into resistance because they're scared, right? It's like it's FUD in the opposite direction. And then you get the shorts to come in again, all confident. Shorts are coming in all confident, but the FOMO steps in again. Oh my God, FOMO. And then you squeeze the shorts through the resistance again. That's how it goes, right? And I've been warning of this for the whole time since we broke up, since we had this breakout. And we've been getting that. Right, and that's why the volume is not that impressive, is most likely because you just have this very slow little like movement from the longs and the shorts where the longs are pushing the shorts out. It's just a lot of bullish emotion getting the shorts to cover. Crypto contemplation max 5K. But I don't know what you guys are saying. Bitcoin needs a black swan event to drop 35% from here. No, it doesn't. Not really. Guys, markets don't need reasons to do things. All you need is participants. Sprech Deutsch bitte. Was möchtest du mir sprechen? My German might be a little bit broken up, but it's decent. I can understand it really well too. What do you think? What do you think a target for profit taking? I don't know, guys. Again, if you, from my perspective, guys, we're at the 50 simple and we're at critical previous support. It's a pretty critical resistance here, guys. Pretty critical support coming in at 31. This is definitely a profit zone. Not saying that you should. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not telling you what to do. Now, again, guys, when people ask me things in the chat like, "Oh, what's a good profit zone?" It's like, how do I answer that? Like, how do I really answer that? Because I don't know. What if you bought 30 minutes ago? Then your ideal profit target is different than what it would be if you bought at 3,500. You know what I mean? You guys can't just ask me, "Hey, where's a good profit zone?" I don't know. I don't know where you bought. Maybe you're actually at a loss right now. I have no idea, right? You guys need to give me details. You know what I mean? And even if you do give me details, I won't tell you what to do. I'm just trying to tell you, if you I'm just trying to protect you, because if you go into someone's chat who's streaming and you say, "What's a good profit zone?" and you just type, "What's a good buy zone?" Well, they're going to tell you something that has nothing to do with you or what you're doing, and it'll screw you up if you listen to them, right? Everybody's situation is different, right? It's hard. Don't just ask someone something really briefly on a stream and take their answer and use it in real life. You know what I mean? It's just not. I hope you guys know what I mean. I'm not coming after anyone in particular. This happens all the time. That's what I'm saying. It happens all the time. Wait, what did someone say? Kevin the multilingual Viking. I guess so. Sorry, a limit sell. Yeah, again, I don't know where you bought. I have no idea what I don't know. I don't know. I can't really answer that. Viking coin. That's probably already exists. SOXX says, Kevin, in a few years, your live streams will pull 20K views while Bitcoin moons into the 6 digits. That would be insane. I'll hope for it. I highly doubt it, though. 20K viewers, that's literally a Joe Rogan stream. 20K concurrent. I'd be like Joe Rogan. Highly doubt that. Guys, the top crypto channels, their live streams get anywhere from 3,000 viewers to, lower. It's like 3,000 is really good for a crypto stream. 1,200 is ideal. 1,200 viewers for crypto. If you're a YouTuber, 1,200 viewers is for crypto, for a live stream, that's perfect. Just going based off of Sunny Decree, Toned Vase, these people, that's the view count you get. Sometimes, not all the time. Do you think Bitcoin will retest 4,200? I think so. I think it's quite likely, but we'll see. We'll see, guys. I would if we're gonna break above the 50 simple moving average, and if we're gonna break above this previous support, now resistance, I would like to see it done with a lot of volume. Right now, I'm not totally convinced overall that we're just gonna keep going up. It is quite likely that we pull back, guys. We're at the I'm getting hiccups. It's weird. We're at the 50 simple and we're at resistance, right? Pull back, guys. A retrace, some oscillation. It's just markets, guys. Of course, we could just moon, and if we do moon, if we break through that, 6,500, here we come. Mike W says, congrats on everyone being early adopters. Major adoption still coming. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see if we're early adopters, I think, you know, it's already weird to think that Bitcoin's been around for 10 years, you know, and then it's going to, I personally believe that Bitcoin's going to be around for our entire lifetime. You know, what it's worth, I have no idea. I think it will be used for many decades to come in the future. I think Bitcoin's going to be around and it's going to be used for a long time. It has a high level of trust, guys. People trust it. Or early adopters of what? The channel? Yeah, we'll see, guys. I mean, at this point, you guys know my opinions. We'll see. You know, there is, of course, there's always room to move up. Still, when you have this type of like emotion in this movement, you know, 5,800 is going to be a pretty big resistance area. But you know, emotions are still running high, so the market is still pushing. Shorts are still covering. FOMO buyers are still running into the market. You know, this thing can continue on, but you know, we're at critical resistance. We're at the 50 simple, and we're at that low, or that, you know, previous support, previous low for the consolidation range. So we're at critical resistance now. Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. BTC knows no limits. That's true. Maybe I should just be expecting a major break at this point, because it's so unpredictable. Short term stuff, like, you know, where's, like, when you have a run like this, like, guys, just like the bull run, you can't predict where this thing's going to top out. You can't predict that. It's kind of similar here. Like, if we break above this resistance, if we don't top out here, who the hell knows, right? It's hard. It's hard to say. Like, if we get above 5,800. But you know, the interesting thing though, the reason why I like Bitcoin is because it's been around so long, and you know, even though the ownership is quite centralized, there's still been good distribution overall, just over the years. So it makes it way better to trade than any other asset in the crypto space. It's just, yeah. But yeah, guys, I think I'm going to end the stream soon. I appreciate you guys all tuning in. You know, Bitcoin is, you know, it is still holding this move, actually looking to push up possibly right now, but we'll see. I would like to see, you know, bullish continuation from the volume side. But yeah, guys, I think I'm going to end the stream soon. Smash the likes if you haven't already, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Let me just go through chat real quick before we end it. Yeah, Litecoin has survived bear markets. Very good sign for Litecoin. That's not drawn correctly. But yeah, guys, I mean, overall, we're at that critical resistance, previous support. So, yeah, we'll see. If we get above that area, that is a pretty impressive move by the bulls. If we can form higher lows on this area right here, I mean, that would be extremely impressive and would make me very bullish. But we'll see, guys. We'll see. I really want to see more volume from the bulls on this breakout if we break out further, like 5,800 or so. I mean, guys, 5,800 is that real number, 5,800, 6,000. You know, again, this whole area, like we've, you know, Bitcoin kind of just moves through this area with ease. The price is always moving through this area. So the fact that we just keep moving up doesn't really surprise me. But, you know, again, whereas the actual resistance is going to be coming in at 5,800, 6,000. That is actually, you know, price history, right? We actually have price history at 5,800, 6,000. You know, multiple times, like we've spent time there. So 5,800, 6,000. It's just the obvious target for the short term if we continue up. Hey guys, I hope I didn't ramble too much. It's kind of what I tend to do on my live streams. I say what I want to say, and then I just ramble, talk about stuff, talk to you guys, answer your questions. But yeah, guys, I think that's about it for now. That's going to be it for this live stream. We'll see it. We'll see if Bitcoin continues up. It looks like it might, but you know, we're at critical resistance. All right, guys, I will talk to you all. I'm doing my Patreon outro, guys. I will see you all in the next video or the next live stream, whatever it is I decide to do. I appreciate you guys all tuning in. To understand money, you must understand what is behind the curtain. I guess so. I mean, there's definitely a lot of trading bots behind the curtain. That's for sure, guys. That's for sure. Right? With these trading bots, they can get the market to push through levels much easier. I mean, with a low liquidity market like this, the trading bots are killer if you know how to use them. Crown rambles for like 2 hours. Yeah, but he's got some great rambling though. Guys, I appreciate it. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. I think you guys all pretty much know my opinion now. Like we're at, you know, at the 50 simple, at resistance, a pullback is much more likely than a breakout from here. Right? Getting rejection at your 50 simple on the weekly is very likely. A pullback is very likely, in my opinion, guys. There's not that much volume here for this breakout, okay? That's how I feel right now, just to sum it up. Anyway, guys, I keep saying it's over and it's never over. I always do this. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys all tuning in. Smash the likes if you haven't. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. You know, once this stream is over, comment below what your thoughts are, what you think the market's going to do. Yeah, guys. But thank you guys all for tuning in. I appreciate the donations. Shout out to Major Vlog. Shout out to Jameson. Appreciate it, guys. And I will see you all in the next video or live stream. Much appreciated, guys. Appreciate it, guys. Peace out.